Welcome to Artec. Today I'm going to teach you how to program a Wakespeed 500 or Wakespeed 500 Pro for Victron Smart Lithiums and a Nations alternator for a 12-volt system. One of the benefits of Wakespeed that you'll see throughout this process is the ease of programming through their drop-down menus. Because Wakespeed has done the due diligence with many alternator manufacturers as well as battery brands in conjunction with their specific BMSs, you just get to go through and make basic selections. With some advanced systems, we go into expert mode and change certain parameters, but for the most part, we're able to make those selections really easily. Unlike other competitors that don't have these drop-down menus, ease of access to the device might be the same, although the actual programming might be harder. Now that we're ready to start programming, we're going to open up the Wakespeed app in compatible iOS or Android devices. When you first get brought into the app, it's probably going to take you to the configuration page. The first thing that we're going to want to do is make sure that we're actually connected to the device. To do this, let's go into the top left-hand corner, click on the little home, and then select device. You'll see that the first two options on here are grayed out. This means that I do not have device connectivity. To connect to this device, using the Wakespeed Pro over Bluetooth, what I'm going to do is click Bluetooth scan. Once the device pops up, I'm simply going to select connect. Now that I can see that the device is connected, I can click OK. You can confirm that you're connected to the device because the previous two grayed out options are now available to be selected. Now that I've connected to the device, I'm going to go back to that configuration page. To get there, I'm going to click up in the top left-hand corner on the home button, and then I'm going to select configure. Now that I'm back to the configuration page, I want to start a new configuration. It's important to select new configuration to wipe any previous configurations that were on there. To do this, I'm going to go up into the top right-hand corner to the three little dots, and I'm going to select new. Now that I've selected new, because I'm programming this for a Nations starter alternator in a 12-volt system, I'm going to go down the alternator selections. Under brand, I'm going to select Nations. Now that I've selected Nations, underneath model, it's now going to have those pre-configured models in there. For this scenario, I'm going to select 280 XP. Because Wakespeed has done their due diligence and created these drop-down menus, specifically for the Nations 280 XP 12-volt alternator, this is all that I need to do on this alternator tab. I'm going to select Next tab. Because this is for a Lynx BMS Victron Smart Lithium battery system, now I'm going to make that battery selection. So for the batteries, under brand, I'm going to select Victron. Now that I've selected Victron, that next tab, which is going to be the model tab, is going to have a drop down of all of the Victron batteries that are compatible. In this scenario, I'm selecting the new MG batteries, which are going to be all the way at the bottom, and it's going to be a 12-volt system, so I'm going to select the 12-volt 200s that we're using. In this system that I'm programming for, it's a 400 amp hour system, and hence I'm going to select two batteries. Underneath here, you'll see that because it's linked up the appropriate battery and brand and the total number of batteries, it's now changed all of the parameters specific to this setup automatically. I can now select Next tab. I mentioned before that this was a Lynx BMS Victron Smart Lithium battery, the NG specifically, and so this is where I'm now going to be able to select the NG BMS. The first two selections are going to be about where your shunt lies within the system. If you're using the Lynx BMS and no external shunt, then you would simply toggle on the top selection. If you're going to add an additional shunt in the system to have a more accurate reading specific from your alternator, then we would toggle the second option. You'll notice that it deselected that first option because you can't have these both turned on at the same time. This is because the regulator is looking for one shunt in which it pulls its data from. Now that I've selected the shunt on the alternator and I've assumed that I've wired it up correctly and I'm not having to select is the shunt backwards, I can move down below. If you did wire the shunt backwards with the current sense cables, the grey and purple wires, then instead of having to rewire the system, you can simply select that the shunt has been wired backwards in the settings. For the BMS, because I selected Victron NG batteries in the previous tab, it's already selected the fact that it's a Lynx NG BMS. You'll see that there's a simple option for this. The simple option means that it's getting all of its data and communication purely over CAN. There's no analog intervention. If you wanted to use the white wire for an analog backup in the case of a potential disconnect, then you could simply select Lynx MG BMS. This once again would be using the white wire as an analog intervention from the ATC trigger within the Lynx MG BMS. Another nice feature with the Lynx MG BMSs is that we can have multiple BMSs in the system for the first time. If you have multiple BMSs in the system and you want to aggregate that data within Wakespeed, you can simply toggle on, do you need to aggregate more than one BMS below? In our case, and in most cases, this isn't going to be used, but it's a nice feature to know is there. Supporting Victron DVCC is a toggle beneath this as well. If you want to learn more about DVCC, then we'll release a video in the future. For most basic programming, I'm going to leave this off. Now that I'm done on the system side of things, I can select Next tab. Because we're not doing any engine integration, I can select Save Configuration. This will give you an option to rename the system. Once you have a name that you're happy with, you can simply select Save. Now that we've saved that configuration, we need to send it to the device. To do this, what we're going to do is up in the top right-hand corner, those same three dots where we accessed New Configuration, we're going to go back up to there, and we're instead going to select Configure Device. Now that the transfer has completed, you'll see that pop up indicating so. You can simply click OK. If you want to verify that the configuration was sent to the device, you can go up into the same three dots in the top right-hand corner, and you can click Confirm Device. This is going to go through the same process, and it's then going to bring a pop-up that says your configuration was sent successfully to that regulator. You can simply select OK. Thanks for following along today as I showed you how to program a Wakespeed regulator, either the Wakespeed 500 or Wakespeed 500 Pro, specifically for a Nations alternator with Victron Smart Lithium MG batteries for a 12-volt system. If you have any questions, please reach out to our staff, and as always, I'll leave all of the applicable links in the description below.